Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we're going over the Magician. Okay, here, let me find a good card to share. We are going over card number 2, but it's actually number 1. If you saw the last video, the Fool, it's numbered 0, so this is the second card in the tarot deck, but it's labeled number 1. So this is the first step in the Fool's journey, past the part of the call to action. Okay, so the Fool, or sorry, oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, the Magician. The Magician. Okay, so the Magician represents manifestation, resourcefulness, power, inspired action. Okay, so as you guys know from the last video, I really like The Lord of the Rings and the hero's journey, and The Lord of the Rings perfectly depicts the hero's journey. So I'm going to think about Frodo in this situation. Okay, so this is a part where Frodo recognizes the weight of the ring, like truly recognizes the weight of the ring. Okay, so he begins to master his inner power and resist the ring. He's feeling the heaviness of it, but he's able to also manifest. So when I was researching this, y'all, what I thought was really interesting was how in a lot of the tarot decks, gosh, it may be all of them, most of them anyway. Okay, yeah, not all of them, but there's a few of them. Notice what the arms are doing of the Magician. Okay, so there's one arm that's going up and one arm that's going down. So if you guys have watched tarot for any amount of time, you've heard people say, so above, so below, or as above, so below, or something like that. Okay. So what that means is that like what happens in the spirit world up high, okay, what happens up high comes down to earth. As we learned about earth is the grounded 3D, right? What actually transpires in the real world, what we see, as above, so below. So the magician is the part that brings what's in the spirit realm down to real. That's what manifestation is. It's taking something that is spiritually in alignment and making it actually happen where you can see it. So I think that's a good way to remember it as well, is to remember, like, pay attention to the arms of like as above, so below. Okay. So another thing that's super interesting about this is that in a lot of the cards, the Magician represents, or it represents all 4 of the elements that we learned about, right? So that the tarot deck is made up of. So we have cups, swords, pentacles, and wands. So because the Magician, or in this deck, the Mystic, they're the alchemist. So for those of you who don't know, an alchemist is someone who can transform lead into gold. So it's taking something that's ordinary and plain and turning it into something really beautiful. So the Magician is the alchemist. Now, oh my God, this just hit me. Because I was like, why is it called a magician though? Because I think of a magician as like somebody who just like plays tricks, right? No. The magician is someone who turns something into something else, right? You turn a hat into a rabbit. You turn a, what are those like handkerchiefs in your sleeves into a rose, like a whole bouquet. It's transformation. This one also lists it. It's got the cups, the pentacle, the sword. Does it have wands? Oh yeah, he's carrying a wand in his hand. Okay, so for those of you who didn't see my video of the Fool, I'm going to put a picture of all of my cards. So I took all my cards from every one of my decks because I want to look at them and I want to memorize how to read them individually so I don't forget how all of this works, like when I'm actually doing readings for people. So I'll have a picture of that in the comments, and then I'm also going to put a picture of my notes as well so that you guys have that and you can just kind of read them. I don't know, I think it's kind of helpful. Okay, so what does the Magician mean if this card comes out in your deck? Okay, so this means that now is the time to act on following your soul path. So you need to focus on one thing and be methodical in your planning. So being mature about it. And the last one, the Fool, is kind of the innocence and like the younger version of taking a risk, right? You don't know much. You don't have a whole lot of wisdom yet. But this one is like the magician plans. And I think that's kind of like, to me, whenever I was researching this, like that's what stood out. The difference was the planning. I guess I didn't write it down. I might have just been thinking it. Okay. So anyways, the magician, gosh, upright. So the magician upright is unlimited potential. You're the creator. You're the creator. So whatever it is, if this card comes out in your deck and it's upright, that means that it is, you've got the power. You've got everything you need. Yeah, I almost cussed. I know I'm not allowed to cuss on YouTube, at least not for a few minutes into the videos, but crap though, for real. The 4 elements, that's why the 4 elements are on all of it, because you have everything you need. You have everything you need. Don't panic. You got this. You got this. You've got literally everything you need. You can look at that guy. Look at how magical he is. Okay? That's crazy. Okay, so what if the magician comes out in reverse? Now, I don't know if y'all are like this, but every time I've like tried to look at tarot cards, I just assume that reverse means the opposite, right? Like I would assume it would be the opposite of creating. It'd be like destroying. Okay, no. I'm learning that reverse is actually not what that means. So what it means in reversed is that you're exploring, but you're not manifesting yet. So there's no action being taken. So maybe there's like a fear that you have or something around it, and you're unsure of what you need in order to make this happen. So the advice for you, if the magician is in reverse, is to follow the omens, follow the signs, trust your intuition, look inward. You have everything you need. You have everything you need. Do it scared. Do it messy. That's okay. It's okay to be messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it. Take action. Or, as you guys know, in the reversed, I'm learning that it can mean several different things. So that's going to be hard to remember, but we're all going to try together. Or it could mean that you're acting on the goal, but there's no results happening, right? So like if this comes out in reverse and say you are acting on this new path or whatever, but like nothing is happening, there's no success coming from it, it's probably because you're wobbling and you're like unclear about your goals, right? Like maybe it's like, oh, well, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do this. So you start doing all 3 of things. Or like you're lacking motivation to do it, so you're still doing it, but you're not like, there's like not an excitement about it, right? You're there. That means that your goal is out of alignment. If you're like hating it, if you're having to force yourself to do it, it's probably not for you, dude. Now there's like effort is different than forcing. So if you're putting in effort but it's like rewarding, you're on the right path. If it's mostly overall rewarding, it's not always going to be rewarding every day, because that's not how life works. But if it's overall rewarding and you feel like you're accomplishing things and you feel fulfilled, you're on the right path. But if the magician comes out in reverse and you're doing all this stuff and you're like, ugh, I just feel more drained and I'm not passionate about it, dude, pivot. Pivot and go to a different direction, because that ain't working. Or this could mean greed, manipulation, trickery, like you're out of touch with your higher self. And the question that whenever I was looking it up, I don't remember if it was a website or what, but it said, are you working for the highest good? Are you working for the highest good? Or are you working just to benefit yourself? Something to think about. Like, are you just doing this just because you want to get rich? Or are you doing it because you want to make an impact in the world? Are you doing it because overall this is better for your future self, your family, the world as a whole? Like, where are we at here? You know what I mean? If this comes out reversed in your career, it means that your skill, you have a lot of skills, but you're not using them, dude. Like, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You have the skills. You have everything you need. Okay? That's why the Fool literally has, like, this guy in this picture, he's got a whole book. Don't you wish life came with a book sometimes? It doesn't. Okay. So, I forgot one more thing. I'm sorry. This is how I'm learning, by the way. So it's not going to be perfect. So when the Fool is, or oh my God, I'm going to keep saying the Fool, the Magician, the Magician, the Magician, the Magician. That's why I get for recording the videos back to back. So the Magician in romance, when it is upright, because we all pretty much get led to tarot because of romance. I don't know. I feel like everybody I know is like, somebody tell me what I'm supposed to do about this partnership or whatever. Why are they not loving me? Why are they not proposing? Whatever. We all get to tarot for some reason, but love usually comes in. So what it means in romance is that it's a whirlwind Disney vibe. Okay, so like super romantic. Let's use this card because this one's kind of romantic. Okay, it is a whirlwind romance that is coming into your life, and it's going to be beautiful, and you're maybe manifesting this person. However, it may not last. So just like look for red flags, right? The Magician leaps, but cognitively. So consider everything as well. Use your wisdom, use your intuition, and recognize that even if there's like high intensity, high love, high connection, that's beautiful. And it may lead you to something else that leads you to your partner. It may teach you a lesson. It may last forever, but it also may not. We don't know yet. The universe hasn't decided yet. We all have free will, so we can influence the future. The person that we love can also influence the future with their free will. Okay, so now let's talk about, also in this card deck, the Magician is Hecate, which I will read what that means because in this deck, I don't know, I just love learning about the Greek gods and how they represent these. I feel like it makes it easier for me to memorize it because it's attached to a person in a story, if that makes sense. So in all of these, I'm going to look up and see what the astrological sign is that aligns with it, what planet aligns with it, and whether this card represents a yes or a no to a question. So astrologically, the Magician represents Gemini and Virgo. The planet is Mercury. The element is air and earth. And the Magician is a yes. Do the thing, yes. Okay, so now let's look up Hecate. And hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know. I'm not Greek. Okay. Y'all, okay, here we go. Okay, so Hecate, goddess of magic, witchcraft, the moon, ghost, and necromancy. What does that mean? I don't know. Beats me. Somebody put the definition below. Okay, Hecate was a powerful second-generation Titan goddess who was feared by even such as Zeus for her strong powers within magic. She spent most of her time in the underworld as companion to Persephone, assisting to keep away evil spirits. She was either single or triple formed, standing back to back to look in all directions at once from a crossroad. So risen, upright, willpower, desire, creation, manifestation, influence, intellect. The triple-faced goddess Hecate, bringer of magic, witchcraft, and the moon, entreats a powerful force to enter your life to help you manifest your desires, dreams, or destiny. This is a card of pure willpower, weaving all elements together with the demands of desire. It is time to harness your full potential and aim to find the best version of yourself. You must be clear about your needs and wants, the what and the why. When you have set your sights on your dream, be committed and avoid distractions to make real your imaginings. You are currently a manifestation powerhouse and can harness Hecate's power to mold your future into what you most desire. Now is not the time to hold back. Power. She is a powerhouse. Look at that. That's cool. Okay. So Fallen, the reversed. What does Hekate mean reversed? Okay. Trickery, illusions, out of touch, manipulation, unused ability. There is currently a block on your power, and Hekate has appeared in your reading to assist you to find a way forward. You may be trying to move forward with your dreams, but are not taking action and are unclear on why that is so. It is time to revisit your goals and make sure that both the end goal and the journey you are looking to take are aligned. This could be a warning from Hekate that the end goal may not be aligned with your calling and to revise what you wish for. This card can also signify trickery and manipulation. It could be a time to reflect and make sure you are not deceiving others or perhaps yourself. Always check back in to make sure you're working for the good of others and not just for your sole benefit. Perhaps someone who seems to have your best interests at heart is in fact working against your needs, if not your wants. Take time to affirm what those needs are, along with other people's intentions towards you. Okay. So the part that I can remember in reversed is always the hardest for me to remember. I don't know why. I think because like my mindset of that reverse needs to be opposite, but reverse doesn't mean that. Reverse means blocked so far in my perception of this is like, it means that there's something like preventing it, or maybe you're like, it's like a minor shift versus like a total 180. So I've got to figure out how to wrap my mind around that. That it's not a 360, like a 180, right? You're not just completely going back. Like you're just slightly, like barely shifting. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head, y'all. Okay. Anyways, please put in the comments what reverse means to you and how you guys have memorized it. Even if you just have a current revelation, like you don't have to have thought it for long. I don't care. Just share with me. So let's look at the cards. What can we see? Okay. So, oh, this one's cool. Okay, so the creator, it has all the elements. I think that's what I like about this one is it lists all the elements. So it reminds me all the elements are there. So I have everything I need. And then the infinity sign. I don't know why my first thought when I saw the infinity sign is like power, like manifestation. I don't know why I thought of manifestation as that. But it's like the ability to create. Maybe that's what is infinite, right? Like if you can create, then it's never ending. Because you can transform it into something new, right? Like it's ongoing forever. Okay. Oh my gosh, this one has the infinity symbol too. Okay. Actually several of these have the infinity symbol. Creation, infinity, right? It's just, it dies and comes back. It dies, it comes back, right? And this one has a little wand in his hand. That's cute. That's very Harry Potter-esque. Okay, and then this magician. What? Okay, I'm sorry. This one, like, I mean, this one's pretty, but like, I think you just kind of have to memorize it on this one. Unless y'all see something I don't see. Okay, let me know if you can remember that. Because, yeah, I don't know. Okay, also, this is that card deck that I showed you guys where it shows you, like, upright 3 words that kind of tell you what it means, and then in reverse, the 3 words that tell you what it means. So this one says the magician. So upright is talent, power, and creativity. In reverse is illusion, deceit, incompetence. So lacking knowledge in some area. Either you're deceiving yourself, you're being deceived, or you're deceiving others. And then illusion, like maybe this dream that you're trying to manifest isn't actually in alignment and you need to get clear on what you actually want. So I have no idea how this picture represents the magician. I mean, there's the sun in it and he's like looking forward and there's like plants. I don't know. Beats me. I don't know how that picture represents it. Okay. This dude looks like a witch doctor. Did that give that vibe to you? Like, like if I were to picture like a witch doctor, right, of the olden days where like you go to them, they have like all these little trinkets. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. But it lists, you know, it shows all four of them. And then also the infinity symbol, the creator, the one who can change something bad or boring into something new. This one, super self-explanatory. Oh my God. Okay. Didn't see that till I picked this up. The infinity symbol here too. Huge. Okay. The creator is the infinity symbol. Also, he gets to do that cool thing that we all wish we could do. You know, when you're like watching movies and people have magic and you're like, I wish I could do that. Anyways, that's the energy you're going into this with. And then obviously this, I feel like these pictures on this deck are just like so informative. They really tell a beautiful story. Okay, and then the Mystic, we already kind of talked about this one, but like, oh shoot, I didn't notice that. Everything in this one is on fire except for what he's creating, it's water. He's transforming fire into water. Or, yeah, fire into water, that's what it looks like. That's crazy. Okay, do you see that? Be sure to click in the comments on the picture of this too, you guys, so that you can see. Okay, and then Hecate. Okay, interesting. So she has a key in one hand, and then like, what is that? Is that like a snake? What is around her hand? I think it looks like a snake. Okay, so snakes we know kind of represent new beginnings, right? Because you're shedding old skin, you're growing, you're maturing, you're releasing the stuff that no longer serves you. A key unlocks something new, right? So something new. Then we have the moon, we have fire. Fire is also another symbol of new beginnings, like starting over, right? Like fires burn down forests so that it can rebuild into new growths. Fire is very transformational. I mean, you think of the phoenix. A phoenix rose from the fire, right? I don't know what the heck is hanging from this girl's eyeballs. And then she has a sword in the middle. Is that like being precise? Is it thoughts? Like, what does the sword represent? I don't know. She also has like wings as well. Interesting. I don't know. Y'all look at the picture and tell me. Okay, this one. The Fool in this deck I didn't really understand, but this one makes more sense. So the Magician, he's got the cards doing a magic trick, and he's got all of the elements as well. And there's a crystal in this one. What does that mean? Beats me. No clue. Well, I mean, aren't crystals like kind of representing like changing things, right? Like they clear energy, right? So maybe it's like a clearing. It seems like a lot of these are like clearing. It's transformation, right? It's the Alchemist. So yeah, okay. The deck of cards still kind of throws me off because I just think of like plain trickery. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. Oh gosh, hopefully we're long enough into the video for me to say that. My bad, YouTube, don't be mad. The deck of cards, trickery. You guys, in reverse, it means trickery, deception. Okay, got it, logged it. Okay, okay, and then in this deck, this one's so pretty. Look how pretty that is, y'all. Also, if you guys ever want to know what these decks are called, please feel free to ask. And I could eventually end up putting them in the description box or whatever, just so you guys have it. But for now, that's a lot of work. I'm just trying to record these. Okay. So this girl, oh yeah, that's how I remember too. She has as above, so below, right? She's got as above, so below. She's got her arms, one to the sky, one to the earth, creating, bringing something glowy that's in the spirit realm into actual 3D creation. And then she's got like a little witchy hat on. So, I mean, in Hecate's the witch, right? Like she's a goddess of witchcraft. So, and what is witchcraft besides transforming things? Okay. All right, cool, y'all. So that is the number 1 in the tarot deck, the Magician, the second card in the Major Arcana. And be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I want to approach this different because I want to learn with people. So like I am absolutely open to your feedback. Like that is not a joke. Like teach me your ways because I want these things to click. I've been interested in tarot for a long time and it hasn't fully clicked. There are so many freaking cards in the deck and I'm like, how am I going to memorize this? So I figured I might as well just learn with you guys because why not? We can do it together and you guys can teach me things I haven't seen or Googled. So leave things in the comments. Subscribe if you want to follow along. I post every Wednesday evening UK time and Sunday morning UK time as well. So hit that subscribe, turn on the alarms if you want, or the notifications or whatever, and follow along. So anyways, ciao. Y'all have a good day. Bye.